Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Queen Aminata,
Yes.
who's come all the way from Ohio, and before that Paris, and before that Guinea in West Africa. So this lady has some story to tell us. It's great to see you. I will say, I saw her match today in Sparkle, and it was great.
Thank you.
It was really great. My first time seeing you wrestle. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Tell us about the seminar that you attended on Friday.
This seminar was actually great. It was my first time ever attending seminars, and it was just amazing because we had like so many people. We had Gail came, Mendoza, Mercedes, and it was just great.
So those were the leaders, Medusa, Mercedes.
Yes, Mercedes was in the ring with us, and Gail was outside, and Medusa was outside too. So it was wonderful.
Awesome. And there were quite a few women, right? Were there like 40, or I don't know how many there were?
I would say, about 30-ish.
30-ish?
Yeah, for the seminar. Yeah.
Fantastic. And and Rise was sponsoring that? Is that right?
I really don't know, but it says Rise and Shine. I mean, Rise and Shimmer. So
yeah.
Cool. I guess so.
Very
but
good.
Thank God they did.
And the idea was that if you impress, you might get on one of the shows. And there you were today on the Shimmer pre-show on Sparkle.
Yeah.
So that's where they all start. All those ladies that end up in the WWE. So.
Yeah. I heard that.
Well, let's wind the clock back a little bit because I'm very interested in you because West Africa is not a place where we get a lot of female wrestlers.
No.
So tell us your story growing up and when you came to Paris and then when you came to the U.S. and how you got into wrestling.
So I was born in West Africa and pretty much grew up there. I went to school like regular kids and everybody, and I used to watch wrestle with my wrestling with my grandma and my dad.
In West Africa?
In West Africa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what was available? The WWE?
Yeah, just WWE. Not like none of the indie stuff or nothing like that. Just WWE. And that's when I discovered Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and many of them. So I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Like, I want to do this. You know what I mean?
Wow. But, so even like, how old were you at the time?
7.
7.
Yeah, I would say 7 or 8-ish, something like that. Yeah, and I do remember my grandma was like, yeah, get up and beat him up, like blah, 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 stuff like that. It was so crazy. But yeah, I remember that, and then I knew I wanted to do like, not necessarily be a wrestler, but I wanted to be like in the sport business. But wrestling, stayed with me until I went to school, started training, did some soccer, played soccer in school, college, and everything like that. And I got the chance to move to Paris to finish my my school and do my master's there. But it was a little rough for me when I got there, and I just decided to move to America. That was just me deciding to move to America to come and do what I love to do, and that was wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, just so I get the timeline straight, so you really grew all the way up till your college year, through your high school in Guinea.
Yeah.
Now, what's the capital city of Guinea?
Conakry.
Okay, Conakry. Yeah. Because I know Dakar is the capital of Senegal.
Senegal, yeah.
And that's not too far away.
No,
right?
You can actually drive and go there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that was all French colonial Africa.
Yeah.
That's why the dominant language is French in those countries.
Yeah.
Côte d'Ivoire. And
Côte d'Ivoire, Senegal, Mali, Bamako.
And now, so the WWE was on TV, and were the boys interested? Were they wanting to wrestle? I mean, here you're the girl, and you're wanting to wrestle.
I feel like I'm between two boys, so I had to be tough. Like I would say tougher because my brother would literally beat me up, and I would beat up my little brother, and he would come back again and slap me. So I had to be tougher, and I used to do all men's activities and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I was never a girly girl.
Yeah.
Even though people think I'm a girly girl, no, I'm a tomboy.
Okay, all right. And so you were playing soccer and all of that. That's
Yeah.
great. Now, so when you started college,
Yeah.
what were you studying in college?
Private law.
Private law.
Yeah.
Wow. Not international law, but national private law.
Well, my first year was just private law. Then I decided, because it was like way too much, I decided to just follow private international law, which was just like, I don't know how to say that in English, like you would just work with private companies instead of like public, like no government or nothing. Like you can work with private companies and stuff like that.
Right. Got it. And so, at some point, you went to Paris to finish those studies?
Yeah, that was when I was
After your
20.
second year, third year?
First year.
Oh, after your first year of
Yeah.
college, you decided to go to Paris.
Yeah.
And were you at the Sorbonne or one of the major universities?
No, I was Nanterre University, which is Paris 10. Paris 10 Nanterre University. That's where I stayed in. Then I moved to Belgium for 2 months because I couldn't find a place to stay.
Okay.
It was rough.
Yeah.
But then I finally came back, and that's when I had my visa, to come to America. I'm like,
So how long did you stay in France total, or Belgium? I mean, how long?
When you say-
Just like less than a year? Or?
2 years staying
2
there,
years.
like
I
just
see.
staying there. Like I used to go and come back, but like for a long period of time, that was like just straight 2 years, me staying there, focusing on me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And all along in the back of your head, it's wrestling. You're thinking about wrestling.
Yeah. I actually
Wow.
tried to look for a school. Like I was looking for a school to
In France?
In France.
They
But
have some French
They
wrestlers.
do, but it was few. Or
Yeah.
probably I wasn't well informed.
Right.
But then I started boxing there at my school, like at my university,
okay.
just to keep me
Yeah.
going in shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to get the tomboy out of you somehow, right? You had to express yourself.
I know my dad doesn't like this, but I had to. Yeah.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. All right. So then, what year is it that you're coming to the U.S.? How long ago was that?
April 23rd, 2013.
2013. Okay.
5 years this month.
Wow, 5 years this month.
I
That's
know.
exciting.
It is.
Did you come on a student visa or?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I took a student visa and I came and I went to Columbus State University, Columbus State Community College, I'm sorry. But I felt like I was wasting my time. I wanted to learn how to speak English, but at the same time, like I can save more money because it's so expensive for us to finance our school here, and my dad is not here, nobody's here, I'm the only person here, I mean, now my mom is here, but she's in New York. So I just decided just to work and follow my dream, and that's what I did.
That's
It was a big
fantastic.
sacrifice, but I had to do that. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So, did you finish studies here before at the community college before you started
No.
the wrestling school, or you just kind of gave up on the studies and started the
I
wrestling?
totally gave up on it, and this was a personal choice. It was hard for me, but I just decided to do that because I felt like I was getting old, believe it or not, and I'm like, I have to give it a shot, and the degree that I have already is enough for me.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So, because you were on to like a graduate level degree,
Yeah.
undergraduate degree.
Undergraduate degree. I mean, I can still go back, but
Yeah.
to be honest, I just want to focus on wrestling, and that's what I want.
Right.
So.
Right. Awesome. So, how did you find a wrestling school? And who connected you? Because now you're in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
So, how do you end up in Ohio as opposed to New York or
Oh wow.
places that French people come when they come? A lot of French people don't come to Ohio, so.
They don't. I knew somebody in Ohio, and I know it's a crazy story, but I knew somebody in Ohio, and I decided to come here. And the cost of living in Ohio is cheaper.
Right.
So as an immigrant, the first thing that I want to do is to be secure financially in order for me to pursue my dream.
Right.
So I decided just to come to, because when I first came it was New York. My aunt lives in New York, but I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Very expensive. Yeah.
Very, very expensive. And I started working at Famous Footwear as assistant manager, and that's when I met my friend Eric, who said, "Hey, you kept saying you want to be a wrestler, you want to be a wrestler. Well, I used to train at this school." And I was like, "What? I have been looking for schools like all day long or whatever." And then I contacted my actual trainer, and he said, "I'm not taking nobody for now." I was like, "You have to take me. You have to. Even for one day, you have to take me." He's like, "I guess you can come, but after that, you try out. I mean, I can't have you for now because the school is about to open. We're gonna relocate." I'm like, "No, I will stay with you guys." So I trained with him for 2 weeks, and then we closed the school, and I was off training for 6 months. And then when we opened the school, but I was still going to shows even though I wasn't trained at all. And then we opened back, and I was there straight every single day. I was training there and training at the gym, and I'm so happy I had him. So James Avery, you're the best trainer ever.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you met him in New York or Ohio?
Ohio.
And then did you stay with him when he reopened something later?
Yes.
And what school was that?
It's Ohio Pro Wrestling Academy School in Newark, Ohio.
In what town?
Newark,
Ohio. Yes.
I know my accent.
And who else trains there? Other women that we might know?
Nobody. I'm the only woman training there.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like I'm a baby there.
Okay. And how long have you been training there?
Almost 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
And when was your debut match?
My debut match was in June 16th. It was somewhere, I think it was somewhere
You're
in June.
coming up on a year anniversary?
Yes.
So this past June?
Yeah.
Wow, very
exactly.
good.
That was my debut match in a Royal Rumble. With
In
all
a
the
Royal Rumble?
Yeah,
wow.
all the guys, and I was the only female.
Wow.
And ever
That's
since,
amazing.
yeah.
That's amazing.
You know.
Wow, incredible.
It is.
And then you started getting some singles matches after that?
Yes. After that, a week later, a promoter at DCW, he was actually watching me. He's like, "Hey, I want to give you a chance. Like, you're gonna fight Big Mama." I'm like, "Sure, why not?" And the match was not good at all. But, yeah.
First matches rarely are good.
No, but then after that, I was on the road every single weekend up to now.
Wow.
And yeah,
That's great.
every single weekend.
Working for several different promotions, right?
Yes.
Which are your primary promotions that you work for?
I don't have a primary promotion. I feel like anytime somebody needs me and I'm available, I will go. So I don't have a primary promotion, to be honest, because I want to be as open as possible,
right,
as viewed as possible, and more exposure. That's the goal.
Right. And you've stayed mostly in Ohio, but you've traveled other places to wrestle?
Yeah.
Like maybe Indiana,
Pennsylvania, Kentucky, trying to go to New York. Now Chicago.
Yeah.
It's little by little. Yeah.
It's getting wider and wider.
Yeah,
That's good.
it is.
And this is certainly right. Shimmer has to be. I mean, I know it's the Sparkle show, but your show was great, and so
thank you.
People listening to this interview.
I know,
Queen
with this ugly face.
Aminata partnered with Tesha Price.
Yes.
And ended up wrestling a kind of a monster team of Ina Monet, right, and Dementia Rose, right?
I'm sorry.
And they were rough. They were rough. But you guys looked fantastic.
Thank
you moved very well.
Thanks.
And who got the win?
They won.
They won.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we're going to see you tomorrow on the Sparkle Show, but I'll be there hoping that you get another chance in the ring, because that was fantastic.
I hope so.
That was great. And you all will see the gear. This woman has incredible gear. She's got an incredible body.
By the way, I make my own gears.
That's amazing. I was going to ask that question because I do love your gear. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
And the fact that you make your own is very impressive. Very impressive. You've got a variety of great gear.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your fitness and your incredible look. So I follow you on social media, and at the end of this interview I'll put your Instagram all of that, Facebook up on the screen. But the point is, you do shoot some gym pictures,
Yes.
pictures from the gym, pictures from aerobic workouts, those kind of things. So tell me your passion for fitness and how you got involved in that, and how long did it take you to find a gym where you could work out once you got to the States?
To be honest, I can work out anywhere.
Uh-huh.
I'm at that level, and finding a gym is not a problem, but it's just didn't matter. Like, it's finding the time to actually work out when I travel, because it's really, really hard.
Right.
But my passion for fitness it's been since I was little. I feel like women sometimes, they just, I know this will be mean, but they feel like they're not as strong as men, and I just don't agree with that. Like, if you put your mind somewhere, you can do it. And especially for African women, like, it's not okay for them to do certain things like work out or take care of your body, because they think, oh, at a certain age you're gonna get married, you're gonna have kids, like, it's done, it's over. No, it's not over. It's never over. You can always be the woman that you want to be, no matter where you are in life. And I don't care if you have 4 kids or just a beginner, or you have to start somewhere. You have to take care of yourself, and that's the most important thing for me. And as a wrestler, I mean, yeah, we need to look great, but I feel like every single time I go to the gym, my mindset is right. I'm more calm and collective, and that's what I want before I go in the ring, because I need to be focused. I need to get every single thing not right, but at least try to be there, closer to that perfection. That's my mindset, you know. So
yeah. So do you do a mix of cardio and weights?
Yeah. Now I work out smart. I don't do heavy lifting. I actually do, like, maybe, you know, heavy lifting twice a week, and then some cardio, some body weight training, and that's what I do. But before, I used to do heavy lifting because I just wanted to be at that point, like, where I feel, oh yes, I did this, but I don't have to prove nothing to nobody anymore, except myself. So I do whatever I can, and I just share my journey. Either I fell, or I succeed, or I messed up in the ring. That's why I put on social media, for people to actually relate to things that I do. You know, like, hey, I wasn't like this. I'm from Africa. I'm Muslim. But if I want to go to the gym with a crop top, that's what I'm going to do. But at the same time, I'm still Muslim.
Right.
I'm still a mother, or a sister, or anything. That's just me.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that.
Thank you.
Attitude that comes through. So, you know, thinking about the big picture, you're passionate about wrestling.
Yeah.
You're having an amazing rookie year when you think about it. You
Yes.
started right there locally in Ohio, but now you've wrestled further. Your name is getting out there.
Yeah.
People are knowing you. And I also noticed that there's a manager piece to you, or you do some work with the microphone, right?
Yes.
And tell me about that, because not every wrestler feels comfortable with the microphone. I know you manage some of the, or are associate managed, may not be the right word, but you are associated with and accompanied to the ring some of the male wrestlers with the African theme, right, from those Ohio promotions. So tell us a little bit about how you got into that, and how you feel, how you come across so confident with the microphone.
I mean, I'm from Africa, and we speak different languages over there. And I speak French too, and I speak English. So if people can hear me saying what I'm saying in English as a wrestler, and translate that in French, and touch more people by saying that in my African language, then I think I should at least try to, you know, kind of be I'm not gonna say be diverse, because I'm not like every single person already, but I have to try at least to bring my culture, bring who I am, and show them who, like, where I'm from. Like, this is what we have, and we do speak languages. We have this and we have that, and people can actually relate to me more, and it's working. I swear to God, it's. At first I was super shy, but it's super working now. And teaming up with Jabari and Brandon, which I mean they've been trained by my trainer too. It's such a great opportunity because when I wasn't, you know, a good wrestler, I mean not because I'm good, but when I was that bad, being with them, like going out there, seeing, interacting with the crowd, talking to them, actually helped me grow more. Because I can see what they're going through in the ring. I can relate to it. I've been training with them, so now when I'm in the ring, I'm more comfortable. And when I talk to them, I feel like I'm talking to my population. You know, yeah, literally. And I feel like I'm creating something new, and that's all I want. Like Africa is just not like what you guys see on TV. We are educated. We're beautiful. We're strong. We have goals. We might not have the same opportunity to come to America and live this dream, but at least if I'm here, I will try that. You know, that's my main goal.
Yeah,
so this is not only for me, this is for every single person that can relate to me.
That's fantastic. I love that. So if you don't mind, how old are you now?
I'm 27 years
27
young.
years young, yeah, that's right. Well, you know, Chris Wolf is in her 30s, so, you know, there are a lot of wrestlers out there that are, that's not old.
Yeah.
Mia Yim's 28, I think, you know, it's not old at all.
Yeah.
So you're getting in at the right point. You know, when I think about the WWE trying to expand worldwide, the one place I don't know that they've found a female wrestler at least is Africa.
Yeah.
And maybe you could be the first. I mean, what would that mean? I noticed they have a woman from India now. They have a woman from China.
Japan.
So Japan, of course, is a stronghold for wrestling. So they've got a couple, right?
Yeah.
They've got Asuka, they've got Kairi Sane, but they definitely, I think they need a woman from Africa.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that wrestling was even was even thought of by African youth. I see them all kicking a soccer ball. I never see them like practicing wrestling.
Oh, okay.
So, do you think the WWE is ready for a West African wrestler?
I think they've been ready forever. I just think they were waiting for Queen Aminata.
Yeah.
No joke. I mean, I'm gonna be serious. It's really important for me to represent who I am as an African the best way possible. Of course, I want to be the first female African wrestler like in the WWE. But if it's not me, the next person that will come or the person that they will choose, I hope that person loves their culture, knows their culture, and represent us the best way possible. And I hope they just do great. You know what I mean? I do hope it's me. You know what I mean? I mean, why not?
Why not?
But yeah, that's the main goal.
That's great.
That's the goal.
Now tell me what your name means, Queen Aminata. I've seen Aminata in a number of places, so it must have some significance to the culture of West Africa or Guinea.
Well,
tell me about it.
I was named directly after my grandma, my dad's mom, that passed away when he was 7. But her name came from the Quran. As a Muslim, we read Quran, and her name came from there. My name was given to me, you know, because of her. She passed away young, so my dad calls me Mom, and that's just the meaning of my name. And Queen, yes, I'm a queen. Because, I mean, I'm African, so we're the real queen.
You go.
So, yeah.
That's great. So, if you were giving advice to a young girl, either in the U.S. or in France or in Guinea, who was interested in becoming a wrestler, what would you say? I know you are not yet at the pinnacle of where you want to be, but you have followed your dream, and you have done more than most people would imagine already.
Of course.
And what advice would you give a young, say, 12-year-old girl?
Wow. I would just tell them follow your dream. You know, the main thing, the most important thing for me is before you follow your dream, make sure you have a degree. Make sure you go to school. At least finish school. You know, you don't have to go for your master's or anything like that. Just have like a regular diploma. You gotta have that first because that will be your backup plan. You never know. It's a dream. It can become reality, but you have to work twice harder. You think you want it, but other people want it too. So you have to be in competition with yourself, but at the same time with other people. And be humble in every single thing that you do. Respect others, respect your vets, you know, say hi, please, thank you, ask questions. Especially in wrestling, you cannot learn everything just by training. You have to be on the road, and by being on the road, you have to make sure that you are mentally ready, physically ready, emotionally ready, because you will go through tough time, and I went through those tough times, but I guess that's why I am who I am today, you know what I mean? But those are the three things. So that works for me. I have my degree, that's my backup plan. Hopefully I don't have to use it, you know? And yeah, I'm always praying God and always talking to my family. I know I'm still Muslim, I'm still, you know, from Africa. I do not forget my roots at all. And that's what makes you special. You know, I don't want to be, oh yeah, I want to wrestle, I want to be American. No, I'm sorry, but I'm freaking African. So,
and proud of it, which
yes,
is great.
So you really have to be different.
Yeah.
Every single person want to be a wrestler, but you have to be different. You know. So I mean, pretty much that's all I can say.
And you alluded to this earlier, but you know, your gear is phenomenal. I must say, it's very sexy.
Thank you.
And you are Muslim. And so how do you reconcile that, right? Like what we hear about Islam is it's a very conservative faith. They would not like to see their women uncovered in a way that they feel is shameful. How do you reconcile working in the ring and looking as beautiful as you do and showing it off the way you do with that?
It's pretty simple. Like I said to every single person, being a Muslim doesn't define, you know, me being a wrestler. So I can still be a good Muslim. Go to the mosque, pray, respect everything that I have to do. But I can still follow my dream. And this was super hard for me. The reason why I would say I waited this long to actually follow my dream, because my mom is actually covered. My dad is 100% Muslim. In my house in Guinea, I'm not allowed to wear pants. I'm not allowed at all. But for some reason, my dad saw that I loved this sport, and I still love this sport. So my love for the sport, my love for my family, and the respect toward my religion, I try to keep them totally separate. And by doing that, people know exactly, okay, when she's here, she's a wrestler. But when she's not a wrestler, she's Amy that we know. It's just Amy. And when she's with her friends, she can be rude or whatever she does. So you really have, it's hard to build, it's like a gimmick, it's hard to build them, but you have to let people know, hey, this is what I am and this is who I am. It's either you take it or leave it. I'm doing this for me, not to please you, but I'm doing this for me. And I got a lot of heat for that. Oh, you're too revealing, you're a Muslim, you're not supposed to, you're African, we don't do that. I don't give a shit about that. I will do what I want to do, and that's all, to be honest.
I hear you. Well, I think that determination and that insistence on your own independence has taken you a long way and allowed you to do things that some other people wouldn't do. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me, your dream opponent, if you could wrestle anybody in the world, you know, who would it be?
Right now, if I would say Oscar.
Oscar.
To be honest.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to say Sasha Banks or if you were going to say...
No. No, I really want to wrestle Oscar. I know, but she's great.
Yeah.
She is great.
And
she lay her stuff in. And I love that about her. I'm a wrestler. I train with guys. Yes, I'm a woman. But I want to fight like a man. I feel like I'm the next freaking Brock Lesnar. That's what I want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not all the way there yet, but that's what I'm visioning to be. I'm a queen and a badass. Asuka is a badass. She's cool, but when you put her in the ring, she kills it.
She kills it.
So why not?
And
you know?
she started her U.S. wrestling in the building across the street.
Oh,
And,
there we go.
You know, started her first matches in the U.S. were with Shimmer, and so very cool, very cool, absolutely.
You know.
And yeah. So speaking of that, this will be my final question. We'll kind of wrap up because you've been so wonderful to do this. I know you're tired. I'm tired.
Okay.
Shimmer just takes it out of you. Believe me, it's a long day. So we got to get you on to the next thing and get you to bed. But you're gorgeous. You really
thank you.
So Japan, think about that. I mean, you mentioned Oscar. You mentioned, you know, a country that brings up little girls wanting to be pro wrestlers.
Yeah.
Little girls who are 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, and they actually can start training that young in some places. So, have you ever thought about going over there to do a tour if you were invited?
Yes, I actually thought about that. And we had, I mean, our seminar, we were talking to Chris, and actually asked her, like, this is so funny that you have, I said, do you have to reach certain level of comfort, you being a wrestler, before you apply there? And she said it depends, because it's super hard on your body, training wise, and Japan wrestling is completely different from US wrestling, but it's just a matter of time. So any opportunity that I'm gonna have, you better believe that I'm gonna take it. And if I don't have any, you better believe that I'm gonna create those opportunities for myself. That's how I see things. But I'm actually gonna apply there probably next month or so and see. I mean, you never know.
That's fantastic. You never know.
You never know.
Miranda, who's here at these events, just came back from a tour with Stardom, where she was over there for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
The red-haired Miranda.
Yeah, I was
Texas.
with her. Actually, drove with her.
Yeah, so that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I lied. One more question.
Yeah.
I see you're wearing a knee brace today.
Yes.
Do you have I guess you have a little bit of a knee injury. Do you have some serious bumps that you're contending with, or how are you taking care of the knee, and do you have any other injuries?
No, I actually fell on it and I went to the doctor. Everything is fine, but when I'm walking, I just need to rest. I do not get rest. I don't rest enough.
Right.
So the reason why I don't work out these days, because he actually gave me a week off to rest. I need to rest my body, but wrestling is so much, and sometimes I get carried away, and the dream is so big, and I just want to do everything at once, but I have to realize that it's only one Amy, and I cannot please myself, please other people, take all these bookings, trying to be great, and being hurt. So I have to take care of myself. That's why I'm wearing the knee brace, just to protect myself. I'm not injured, but it's just like extra protection in case something happens. Yeah, support. Yeah. But yeah, right now it's kind of rough, but yeah, everything is fine. No surgery, nothing like that.
Great.
Hopefully.
Great. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, Queen Aminata, it has been such a pleasure to meet you. Quickly give us your Instagram and Facebook, and we'll make sure it gets put up there.
My Facebook is Aminata Silla. I'm pretty sure you're gonna spell it. And then Instagram is AMISYLLE. I changed my last name instead of AE. That way I can, I know who's following me, not my mom, and creep on me. And that's all I have. I don't have Twitter.
Girl, I'm begging you to get Twitter. I'm big on Twitter.
I know.
And I love Twitter.
I know. People say that. I think I'm gonna join it. I promise you, I'm gonna join it. And that's all I have. And Snapchat, but.
Well, you are fantastic, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And I hope you are the West African queen that goes to the WWE and changes the world. So
that's
good luck, girl.
Thank
you
Bye.
so much. Bye-bye.